Hello. Yeah, I should have the lace a little bit. Black Widow. I put lipstick on my teeth. It's already coming off. It's supposed to look like blood. Oh my God, I look spooky. All right. Let me turn my camera off for a second. Hello, everybody. Hi, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Gosh, sakes alive. Hi. I got my dress on. Hi, everyone. Hi, Tattooed Rebel. Hi, Justice Jane, Baby Girl, Mark Klein, Steffi, Joni, Sean B, Super Kendall, Joni. Did I say Joni already? I can't remember. Destiny Rose, Mama Shell. Hi, everyone. Yes, so when I'm talking and you see this, it's lipstick. It's not my teeth rotting out. Oh, gosh. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't look at a video. I just started putting this green cover up that you buy for your face around and around and around, and everything went around. Hi, Rock 54. Maria G mailed me this, and it got here yesterday. Is it the coolest? Nice. All right. So, Halloween scares me. I like to call it Harvest Day, but we'll call it Halloween for the show. It does? Well, you know, it's weird. I was looking high and low for my red lipstick. And then I was like, well, I'll put the greenish whatever makeup cover up on my lips. And then I tried to outline it with a thin line, and then that didn't work because of my tremors. So, and my daughter, she's really funny. She's sitting out there holding the bowl of candy. We've already had a couple trick-or-treaters. We're on the 3rd floor of this apartment complex. She's like, I hope you don't look like a clown. And I told her, I said, oh, I kind of do. Hi, Sidekick. Thank you. Spooktacular. Hi, Cindy Smith. Yeah, not bad for putting it together in literally 5 minutes. Maybe I should have darkened my eyebrows black or something. Darn it. But I put gray up there. And then I wanted my face to be white, so I just didn't put any blush on. Hi, everyone. I know. That's chunks of red lipstick. I hope I don't start choking on it. All right. I don't want to. Now listen, or not listen, sorry. Mab is going live at 8. That's in an hour and 10 minutes. So, all right. And his whole town nearly burned down, you guys. They think it's arson. I'll let him, whoops, my thing got caught in my hat. The little kids can't go trick-or-treating. Yeah. So he's, in a smallish town, but it's quite serious. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, this dress, it's long. I'll show it to you. Oh, it's long, but it's got a double layer. Look, I'm going to show the double layer. See? So my daughter's like, Mom, that has a slit up the back. You're not going to wear that, are you? And I said, Shaylin, I'll be sitting down and it's got a double layer. All right. So anyway, I'm going to end. I'll probably just end right at, it's almost 7 now. We'll right about now. So I'll do an hour. And I'll probably come back and do more stories after, So I'm going to read the copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. I can't read my own writing very well because it's all over the place. Hi, everyone. Hi, honey bunny. Thanks, you guys. I mean, not bad for tremors, not knowing what the heck I'm doing. I figured I'd have all gray under here and black, but what I tried to do is make me look old, kind of, with this greenish blue under there, but then it just brightened, so then I had to put more eyeliner on. Then I was going to draw like cracks in here, which maybe I should have done, but oh God. Okay, I don't look like I have blood on my teeth. I look like I have rotten teeth or something. I don't know. Okay, let me turn the camera off really quick. I hope you liked your, oh yeah. Yeah, see, I got all caught up in this. All right, here it is. Well, I'm just going to unplug this and show you the beautiful Turtle Island picture I got today from Rebel. And I'll take this off. Oh. Let me make sure everyone could see it. Oops, it's at an angle. Wait, there we go. It's not hanging at an angle. Look at that. Look at those clouds. Look at that island, you guys. It's like an airplane is up above looking down on it. Look at that, Rebel. Perfect spot. And I decided to bring all my other turtle things over. They were over here. Now they're here. Look at these beaded things that Amanda Roos made me. Like those are hundreds and hundreds of beads. She mailed me this. I mean, people are just amazing. Look at these. I mean, it's really amazing. Of course, I've got the buff from Jimmy. And then I got another one over here, probably because Lori Shortlegs was buying me eggs all the time in on the Turtle Island show. Look at that one. Another one. Do you know how long this took her to make these? Yeah. So, and then I have little teeny turtle lights up here. Are they on? Yeah, they're on. See them? Wait, no, they're not on. Oh, yeah, they were on. They're just fading. Wait, can you see them? See the turtle lights? There they are. Anyway, they're fading because I forgot to turn them off. Oh, shit, shoot. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. The little kitten is, oh, baby. I didn't step on him, but I bumped him with my foot. They're little. They like hissing at me like I'm some horrible thing. Okay. Thank you, Rebel. Thank you. He makes paintings. He does an pretty nice. Okay. Let me run and grab my what's it called? GoPo or Boco or whatever drink. Okay, you have to give Parker one, okay? Give him just one Kit Kat so we have enough. Oh. Oh, good God. Honey. I told Tari, here, go in here. Go in here and nestle down with the other kitties. There you go. Oh, I almost stepped on the kitten again, you guys, because the... All right, I got my GoCo, but this one's lychee with the sparkling. It's sparkling. It tastes like soda. It's got coconut in it, and all right, you guys. Hi, Karen Lee. Hi, Shiva. Hi, everybody. Hi, Shelly Seashells. Destiny Rose sent me some really cute pictures. Is it still snowing, Destiny? She sent me a 5-second video of huge fat flakes falling down in Oh, wait. I said where you're from. Is that okay that I said what state you're from? I think it is, but hi, everybody. Hi. Yeah, I mean, flipping snowing on Halloween. I've never heard of that anywhere. I hope Jimmy has a panel tonight so I can show off my hat. All right. Snow, I'm not ready, says Honey Bunny. I know. All right, you guys, we got to get into things here now. I've just spent 22 minutes just doing I don't know what. So, these are true stories of murder on Halloween. They're scarier than a horror movie. Oh my gosh, 46 in Carolina. Hi, Lulu. They say we're experiencing, I believe in global warming. I mean the glaciers are falling apart. The polar bears are drowning because there isn't enough ice. I can't watch that stuff. I can't see it. Hi, Reese Cup. Snowing here in Ohio also? Holy moly. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, I got this from Maria G. Doesn't it look British? You know, it's very fancy. Red lace. with a thing on right there. Oh dear. I should have done my eyebrows black. All right, whatever. Hi everybody. Thanks, Tattooed Rebel, for coming over. So if you missed the beginning of the video, watch it. You'll see the beautiful, large, see it's way up high up there? Turtle Island that he made for me because I made it on Turtle Island, and frankly, he did too. We're both off now, but that's okay. It's literally a turtle that looks like an island from a view from like an airplane or a helicopter, or whatever, with water and waves around it. It's amazing. And you know, what's interesting, Rebel, if you're still in here, I did the story yesterday, which I thought it was a crime. They were allowed to walk around a crater of a volcano that already exploded once or a few times. On White Island, and 18 people died. They died. They exploded, and many more could have died, but some people were just covered in ash and partially almost like on fire that just had the hot ash on them, waiting for tour boats to turn around and rescue them, which they did. Some people died in the hospital of their burns. I followed that thing for a straight month, and it took some people a whole year to just, there's a woman, I should maybe cover her story a little bit. I don't know. She still has to wear like a black mask thing over her face. Just her nose shows and her eyes and her lips. Yeah, because she's burned so badly. But she's so positive, you guys. I don't think I could be. Some people were burned, their clothes were on just fine. The guy said in the boat that was trying to keep cold water and cold cloths on him. This was in 2019 in New Zealand. But they were totally burned under their clothes. And then other people, some of their clothes burned off. I mean, it's just, I've never heard of anything like that where your skin can be burned underneath and your clothes are intact. But that, I guess, was from the sulfur and the gases and everything in the air. All right, so these are true stories of murder on Halloween. I mean, it's rather depressing, really, that something like this could happen, but it does. And I had this idea weeks ago, and I was like, yeah. So for those who celebrate Halloween, it's all about creative costumes, trick-or-treating, and debating whether candy corn is good or evil. I like candy corn. Braver souls seek out scares by visiting haunted attractions or watching horror movies. But in some cases, spooky fun became overshadowed by tragedy. Here are 5 terrifying true stories of murder on Halloween. Oh, thank you. You got a Summer Wells bracelet? You ordered it? I'm so excited. I got my event up in 2. What event? I'm confused. Hi, lunch lady. Hi, everybody. Don't mess with me at all. It's Demetrius. Thanks for coming in. All right. So these are true, terrifying murder stories that happen on Halloween. Okay, this one's called the IRL Candyman. And I'll say it one more time. Now it's been almost half an hour that I've been blabbing and had to get my drink and all this and that. But I'm definitely going to go live after Mab if Jimmy isn't on. Okay. And he might not be that early, Dolly Vision. Hi, sweet misery. Okay, so this true story that happened on Halloween, this murder, is called the IRL Candyman. I don't know what that means. It's just capital I, capital R, capital L. 8-year-old Timothy O'Brien's father. What in the heck? Okay, trigger warning. Can someone just type it now and then at chat? Because I kind of like my sleeves. I want my sleeve to show. And it'll be right there. Just type it in every 10 minutes or something. Okay, this is not nice. This is not good. 8-year-old Timothy O'Brien's father. MURDERED. See, I already said the MURDER word before and I wasn't supposed to. All right, anyway. Did that to his own son in Houston on October 31st, 1974. 2, 3, 4. I was 12 when this happened. By poisoning his candy. I didn't know what these stories were going to be. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not trying to pull family members into anything. I'm just reading what's here. While they were trick-or-treating, Ronald O'Brien gave Timothy, his 5-year-old sister, and a neighbor's son pixie sticks. Oh, I heard about this. Put a 1 in chat. Um, Put a 1 in chat if you've heard of the pixie sticks poisoning. But I didn't know that he meant for it to be for his kids too. Did you guys hear about? I've heard about it. Not I don't know the details at all. I've just heard about it. Put a 1 in chat if you've heard. Oh, IRL is in real life. In real life. That makes sense. That's what Shelley says too. Okay. Thank you, sweet misery. Yeah, I just found whatever I had and put it together. I was gonna pull up Elvira's makeup and I was gonna cut this and make it go down a little, not down, down, but you know. But then I got the hat. It's more of a witch hat, you know, and I couldn't find a black wig in the past. And what? Oh boy, my son's trying to get candy. Hang on a minute. I've literally got to go out there because my daughter's. I told them to wait till 9. Okay, mute. I'll be right back. Good grief. Lord have mercy. Anyone's in the chat? Has anyone heard this pixie stick story? All right. So, the paper straws containing tangy flavored sugar that he doctored, filling the top 2 inches with cyanide. This is unbelievable. Before going to bed that night, Timothy was allowed to eat one of the candies in his goodie bag, and he selected the pixie sticks. His father watched while he poured the poison in his mouth, even giving him Kool-Aid to wash out its bitter taste. The motive: life insurance policies he'd purchased for each of his children. Timothy was the only one who ate the poisoned candy, and in fact, the only child known to have been harmed by poisoned candy in spite of annual rumors and panic. Okay, so the person didn't put him out there for all these kids or something. It was a dad doing that to his own son, you guys. That's really sad. Can you guys hear me good? Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? You guys, I don't have any comments in here about what I just read. Isn't that awful? Okay, the next one. The Lisk family massacre. I've heard this story from the past. Have you guys? Isn't that just sick? It's Halloween. He picks the colorful pixie sticks. I used to eat those. Remember those? They just tasted like you're pouring sugar in your tangy sugar in your mouth out of those papered straws. 1974 it happened. I was 12 then. I heard the story, you guys, but I didn't know it was a dad. Like, did it to his own son. The thing is, so I wonder what happened. Like, did the mom decide to take the pixie sticks out of the other kids? I mean, did he just, what did I read? Did he do it to, oh, he did it to all of them. See? Timothy, his 5-year-old sister, and a neighbor's son. Oh, so he didn't even care about a neighbor's son. Pixie sticks, paper straws containing tangy flavored sugar that he doctored, filling the top 2 inches. That's this much. Cyanide. And he took out life insurance policies. IRA. Okay, I'm gonna peek at something. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You guys, there's so many. Well, that's the thing. Nab's going live in 20 minutes. I'll definitely come back again if Dolly Vision isn't live after that. I don't think he will be this early. He kind of did a Halloween thing last night anyway. Okay. Good grief, you guys. Here's an That's the boy. Father is charged in Halloween death. 35 years later, memories of notorious Halloween Candyman murder remain vivid. What a frickin' ass. Hi, Dustin Parker. Hi, Sidekick, Mary Jane Doe. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming over. I'll come back after Mab investigates. His whole town nearly burned down last night. Kids can't go trick-or-treating. They think it's arson. He's going to talk about it, and I'm going to go over there. He messaged me on Messenger, but I'll come back after and do some more disgusting stories. So I'm going to read this. You might think Mike Hinton's anger had ebbed in the 3.5 decades since, as a young Harris County Assistant District Attorney, he was assigned to prosecute this father, Ronald Clark O'Brien, the father accused of poisoning his own son's Halloween candy. For those that came in late, 2 inches on top of cyanide for a life insurance policy he took out on all 2 of his kids and then a neighbor to kill. Probably so that it wouldn't, if the neighbor died, then maybe he wouldn't be accused or something. I don't know. Or that in the 25 years since O'Brien was executed by the state of Texas, this was in Texas in 1974, he was executed, sweet misery. Hinton would prefer to let the past dissolve into receding memories. You'd be wrong, though. I never get tired of talking about that sorry ass son of a bitch. I know I can say bitch on YouTube because I read it the other day, said Hinton, today an attorney in private practice in Houston. Ever since he convinced a jury that O'Brien deliberately murdered, murdered, 8-year-old Timothy by placing cyanide-laced pixie sticks into his trick-or-treat candy, the clarity of Hinton's recollections has not faded, but rather resolved into sharper focus. He remembers tiny details of the case, he said, just like it was last night. Such as when, in a near-empty courtroom during the trial, O'Brien, later dubbed the Candyman, turned to him and offered a Tootsie Roll. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hi, Barbara Smith. Did you just hear that? He offered the prosecutor, a Tootsie Roll during trial, knowing he had killed his son with Halloween candy. Evacuate. Yes. He said he evacuated. I said, do they know what started it, the fire? He said they think arson. I don't know if he has pictures. I don't know anything. But yeah. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you. Yeah, I got this from Maria G. in all the way from the UK. It wasn't even in a box. Think about it. It came by Amazon, but it was in just the plastic. You could see the hat and the lace through the plastic, and it didn't even get like dented, destroyed, or anything. Dustin Parker, what's your name? My real name is Megan, but Dolly Vision named me, Jimmy Williams on Dolly Vision, the creator, named me Paper Cut Tina. And after a whole year of me coming up on Uncensored and things like that, his Uncensored program, and lately, or the last few months, saying the Queen of Extreme, I thought that, and then I was being called PCT for Paper Cut, I would just change it from, my title used to be I Don't Give a Sip, but I really do, about true crime and stuff, so I changed it. Oh, thanks, Dustin. Thanks. What state are you from? I mean, if you want to say. A lot of people give their states. Thank you for coming over. Hit the like, you guys, please, and subscribe. Please subscribe if you'd like to. I'm, you know, inching my way to 1,000. I'm 900 and something. So I'm very excited. I still don't know if I'm going to do the monetization, but I might. Okay. So this creep of a dad handed the prosecutor, offered him a Tootsie Roll during his trial. And how on the night of O'Brien's execution, which was March 31st, 1984. Okay, so he did this in 74, 10 years later, he was executed. Hinton returned to his childhood home in Amarillo, took a boat out on a lake, and lifted a Miller beer in silent celebration as he floated in the darkness. Wow, that's what the prosecutor did. Flick the right switch and vivid images still scroll in front of Hinton's eyes, particularly when late October rolls around. He sees the dead boy's slight body on the autopsy table. He did that to his own son, you guys, for the ones coming in later for insurance. So young, he said, choking up, so young. Hinton is not the only one haunted by the memory of the crime that spooked generations of Halloween trick-or-treaters. Tom Campbell was a young news reporter for a Houston television station when he was assigned to cover the O'Brien trial. Today, as an anchorman for a television station in Augusta, Georgia, he's had no better luck outrunning his memories. To this day, I don't observe Halloween, he said. Every year, as daylight fades on the final day of October, he has kept the porch light at his home off and refused to answer the door. Yeah, I mean, I like to call it Harvest Day. I'll still say Happy Halloween, but when my kids were little, I don't know, I called it Harvest Day and we'd go to the church. But then, when they got older, we definitely went around to houses and things. When the station's annual party gets underway this year, he'll slip out, as he always does. I can't do this, he'll tell himself again. Ripples from the real-life tale of Halloween horror have touched millions more, though many people today may not realize it. In 1979, when Ronald O'Brien appealed his death sentence, Clyde DeWitt represented the government. O'Brien's lawyer was Marvin Teague, who 2 years later would be named a justice on the state's Court of Criminal Appeals. Teague died in 1991, but DeWitt vividly remembers the defender's opening statement. And this is what he said. This was his defense lawyer, I guess. As you know, Teague began, my client was convicted of killing Halloween. Now an attorney in Los Angeles, DeWitt recalled that pressing for O'Brien's death sentence was complicated by his criminal record, or more accurately, lack of one. This guy had never had anything but a parking ticket in his life, he said. So how did the evidence support that he wasn't capable of rehabilitation? Most of those who learned the details of O'Brien's actions, however, agreed that his single transgression was more than sufficient to merit the ultimate punishment. I have seriously mixed emotions about the death penalty, DeWitt said. But if this doesn't justify the death penalty, then there never will be a case that does. I just can't think of a more reprehensible crime. The events of that evening, 35 years ago tonight, later described in court documents and newspaper accounts, appeared straightforward, if appalling. After a dinner with friends, Ronald O'Brien, still dressed in the white optician's lab coat he wore at work. Are you kidding? He was an eye doctor, you guys? He was a flippant eye doctor. Oh gosh, you guys. Where was I? Okay. And neighbor Jim Bates headed out for an early evening of trick-or-treating. What? It was raining. With them were 3 children. Okay, he's talking about that night, what happened. It was raining. With them were 3 children, a Bates boy, so that neighbor, Mr. Bates, and his boy, and O'Brien's 2 children, Timothy and 5-year-old Elizabeth. It was Timothy that chose the pixie stick before he went to bed. At one of the homes they visited, no one answered the door. While the children ran ahead to the next house, Ronald O'Brien stayed behind. When he caught up to the group, he was holding several giant pixie sticks, colored paper straws stuffed with a powdered sweetener. You must have some rich neighbors, he told Bates. He gave one to each of the children. Back home, Timothy asked to eat some of his candy before bed. He selected the pixie sticks. When he had trouble pouring the powder into his mouth, oh my gosh, his father rolled the straw between his palms to loosen it. After pouring the candy into his mouth, Timothy complained that it tasted bitter. O'Brien gave him some Kool-Aid to wash the taste out. Thank you, Nanny. Thank you. Yeah, what a fucking sicko. I'm so like, my eyes are even getting a little welled up. Because I've heard the pixie stick story, but I didn't know he tried to kill his son and accomplished it. Hi, everyone. And I've never read these, you guys. Timothy began vomiting almost immediately. Within minutes, he was convulsing. His father called an ambulance. Bill Lanier had been a detective with the Pasadena Police Department for less than a year when he caught the O'Brien case. It was his first MURDER investigation. Okay, I am going to finish this paragraph that's this long. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to head over to MAB, M-A-B, investigates. All right, you guys, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, B as in bear. For people, maybe my sound isn't very good. Investigates. And his town. Please hit the like, you guys. Subscribe if you'd like to. And I'm going to finish the story. Thanks for everyone coming over. Now retired and living in Louisiana, Lanier remembers the case vividly, beginning with his arrival at the hospital. Timothy was dead on arrival, so Lanier went to work interviewing members of the O'Brien family. Ronald O'Brien, who 2 weeks earlier had celebrated his 30th birthday, was a big guy. He wasn't crying or bawling or anything, but there was no reason to believe he was involved. Lanier and several other Pasadena detectives quickly fanned out, recovering 4 other pixie sticks. One had been clutched in the hand of a child who'd fallen asleep after failing to open the straw, which was stapled shut. Others were recovered from the Bates children and Timothy's sister. Okay, this is why they lived, who also had yet to eat them. Lab tests showed the top 2 inches of each straw had been packed with a fatal dose of cyanide. Over the next couple of days, police tried to pin down the house where O'Brien had received the poisoned candy. O'Brien's recollections were oddly imprecise. At first, he kept saying, I don't know what home, then I don't know which street. But they only trick-or-treated on 2 streets. Then he said he didn't see the person. All I could see was an arm. After methodically walking up and down the neighborhood several times with the cops, O'Brien finally directed them to a house. It was owned by a man named Courtney Melvin, who O'Brien said was the person who gave him the deadly candy. Bad choice, Ronald. Bad choice, Ronald C. O'Brien, Hinton said in a recent interview. It turned out Melvin hadn't gotten home until nearly 11 p.m. on Halloween. The guy had an ironclad alibi, Lanier said. He was a shift worker, a supervisor at Hobby Airport. He had more than 200 people who could vouch for him. Meanwhile, the detectives were uncovering more troubling information about O'Brien. He'd recently sold the family's home to cover mounting debts. He still owed money to numerous creditors. 5 more minutes, so this is a little longer than I thought. He'd also purchased a $20,000 life insurance policy on each of his children a month earlier. In addition to policies he'd acquired for them the previous January, Halloween fell on a Thursday. On Friday at 9 a.m., just hours after his son's death, Ronald had called to inquire about collecting on the policies. The more questions the police asked, the more suspicion fell on O'Brien. The summer before, he had called an acquaintance who worked for a chemical company and asked him questions about cyanide, including what constituted a fatal human dose. Just before Halloween, he'd entered a Houston chemical outlet and asked about buying some of the poison, leaving after he learned that the smallest package available was 5 pounds. Even after being confronted with the growing evidence against him, O'Brien never confessed, Lanier said. He came close. I got him right to the line. An interrogation typically goes through stages. First, there's denial. Then you can see the subject give up. With O'Brien, I seen that give up. We'd been in the interview room for a while, and he slumped and started nodding his head, like he's agreeing with me. I said, now's the time to tell me, and he nodded some more. So I waited a couple of minutes. When he didn't say anything, I said, Ronald, tell me. And he said, tell you what? And the moment was gone. He never got there. Police never identified where O'Brien bought the cyanide either, and during his trial, O'Brien maintained his only son had been poisoned by an anonymous monster, but the jury took less than an hour to convict him. His initial appeal was denied in 1979. Not only did he kill his son for money, the judges noted, but O'Brien intended to commit other murders to do so. When he intentionally distributed the 4 additional poison pixie sticks to the other children, the likely and predictable result of his acts was to cause their deaths also. The horrific death of Timothy O'Brien would prove to be a singular crime, the only deliberate Halloween poisoning fatality ever documented, said Joel Best. Okay, that was back then, right? It's probably been more. Who knows? He did say, though, the criminal justice professor at the University of Delaware, who has studied supposed instances of October 31st candy poisonings and reported attempts to harm trick-or-treaters, yet he added the case had a kind of echo chamber effect. Unproven rumors of strangers playing deadly Halloween pranks on children had been circulating for decades, and O'Brien probably calculated that they would serve as cover for his crime. Best said, and while Timothy's poisoning was neither random nor anonymous, the resultant publicity confirmed parents' anxieties about stranger danger. In the days after Timothy O'Brien's death, the police measured that fear in towering piles of candy. People were scared to death, Lanier recalled. We put out the word, if you have any suspicious candy or if anything looks strange, bring it to us. We wound up with a whole room full of candy. People didn't go trick or treating around here for years. It was amazing how well publicized the trial was. There were reporters from London, Germany, all over. Even today, it's still talked about. I think it changed Halloween. O'Brien's wife, Daneen, steadfastly maintained she was unaware of her husband's plans. She divorced O'Brien soon after testifying against him in court. She later remarried and still lives in the Pasadena area. Timothy's younger sister, now 40, has managed to put the incident behind her and raise a family. Ronald O'Brien's lawyers tried to save his life up until the last moment, but their appeals failed. The former optician agreed to donate his eyes for research and cataract transplants. After a final meal of well-done steak and Boston cream pie, O'Brien was injected with the then new lethal cocktail of drugs considered more humane than electrocution or cyanide gas. He was declared dead at 12:48 a.m. When news of O'Brien's death reached a group of observers who gathered for the occasion outside the Huntsville prison facility, they cheered and yelled, "Trick or treat!" Holy moly, you guys. Look at that. Someone was even there with a sign. Okay, you guys. Wow, was that good timing or what? All right, I'm going to end this. I'm 99.999% sure I'll be back. All right. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for coming to PCT is Extreme. I'm heading over to MAB Investigates. All right, you guys. Love you. Thank you so much for coming.